Jip Sau. I can't tell you the translation of this because I don't know what it is. I'll look it up and see if I can find it, but I can tell you where we find it and I can tell you what it's for. We find this hand in Chun Q after we do this little guy here at the beginning of Chun Q, well, sort of near the beginning. And it's the hand that looks like this. And what it is used for is breaking arms. It's a bridge breaking technique. It's what we would use to snap an elbow. You could imagine in application this hand, the forward hand, being kind of close to or underneath somebody's elbow, and this hand, the hand that's close to us, being kind of around the wrist area of an arm, and then this motion, this downward motion with this one while we're doing an upward motion with this one, creating this energy that would snap an arm. It doesn't take that much pressure to break an elbow. It's why you see it in so many different martial arts. It's a very effective thing to do. The reason that we do it this way in Wing Chun as opposed to like an arm bar, this kind of thing that you see like where somebody's grabbing you back here, is because in those other styles where you see this kind of thing, there's some grappling generally involved, and we don't grapple. We don't grapple because we like to keep our hands free and fluid to move. We want to be able to flow in and out of a technique, and we don't want to tie our hands up by grabbing a thing. You have to remember that while you are grabbing something, though you are maybe restraining, and I say maybe because you might not have the strength to do that grappling technique, while you are grabbing and trying to restrain a limb or doing something to a person, they are also restraining you because you can't do anything with those hands while you are occupied with doing that restraint. So we avoid tying ourselves up like that. The nice thing about a Jip Sau is it gives us that opportunity to get that arm break in while also letting our arms kind of flow. You'll notice that there's not a grab in a Jip Sau. You could see somebody maybe turn their hands sideways, say something like this, to increase the surface area that you have to make contact with that bridge. But generally you're not going to see somebody like grab and do something weird like that. We want to keep our hands free, we want to keep them flowing. And in the instances where we do have the opportunity for those arm bars, they come and they go in a flash. And so this is a hand that we don't necessarily go into a technique going, okay, this is the situation where I'm going to do a Jip Sau. I'm going to break that guy's arm. This is something that you feel. If you get into a situation, you're tussling with somebody, you have their hands on your hands, you're trying to keep them out of your space, they're giving you a bridge here. If they give you an opening where they say come in and they're sliding across the top of your hand, well, if they're going to slide in along the top of this hand, I can just kind of wait until that elbow hits and I can just bam, I can break it. So it lets us have kind of a way that we can do this elbow snap without tying up our hands and in a way that is very Wing Chun, by waiting for that moment where we can feel that bridge that's being offered to us, and we can use that energy that we have coming in, and we can use the positioning that they're giving us to do that technique. Jip Sau also covers. You'll notice if you're watching from the front that, while doing this, one of the other nice things about Jip Sau is that this is basically a tan, or a tak actually. It's a lifting hand. It's a tak Sau. And then this hand here would be something else. We'll talk about that something else here in another video. But yeah.